Yeah, I've been ready. I'm waiting for you to...
All right. Hi, I'm Hannah. It looks like Hannah, but it's pronounced Hannah.
Yeah, and I'm Aubrey, and it is just Aubrey. It looks like Aubrey. And this is the podcast, Okay, So Hear Me Out. An imagination exploratorium with a nice little colon in there. It is where Hannah and I get together with our friends, and we pick a random subject, and then we play this game called Okay, So Hear Me Out, where we blow things out of proportion and come up with the most ridiculous things that we can think of. Today we are joined by our friend Seth Neufeldt. Say hello,
Hey. Seth. Hi.
And we picked Seth because he is our absolute favorite, and we both know him.
But more importantly, the subject of today's episode is going to be pilot TV shows. We're going to call this our pilot. And Seth happened to be on the pilot for a failing television series.
I was a young kid, and I did theater whenever I was like, I don't know, maybe just younger than like 8th grade. So like 8th grade and younger, like I did theater, like a local community thing, and I got like recommended for this TV show, and it was called Hank's Handheld, and the premise was like this man has this handheld device, so like a really bad TV remote or something, and it takes him back in time, and he went to ancient Greece, and I was this terrible little Grecian boy in like ancient Greece, and I think there was like a volcano or something, and it was like a magic treehouse probably, but worse. And it did not go anywhere. It was really bad.
It's like Magic Treehouse, but worse. So it's like the Treehouse episode of Drake and Josh.
That was my favorite. Like, you know, they're like all the same formula, but like that was my favorite one. Was the one where they went to, was it like Pompeii or something, where like the volcano exploded and.
Probably Pompeii.
Yeah, that is the one Greek volcano that did happen to erupt and cause really bad things to happen.
I mean, I know. What else is there? Like Vesuvius? Is that in Greece?
Well,
I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I know Mount Olympus is in Greece.
Yeah, but I don't know my volcano.
That's not an
geography.
Exploding volcano.
Okay, you gotta say it.
Okay, so hear me out. This is how it. What is this? What was that? That TV show called again, Seth? Hank's Handheld. Hank's Handheld. Okay, this is how. So this is how we make Hank's Handheld better. Okay.
Okay.
So first off, scratch the idea. No more Hank. Instead of Hank, Hank's a dog now. Okay. So that's the first thing. Hank's a dog, and instead of instead of calling it a handheld device, we just call it what the fuck it is. It is a cell phone. Dude's got a cell phone in his pocket.
It's a dog.
Right. It's a dog cell phone.
With a dog pocket.
Yes, with a dog pocket. Have you never seen dogs with pockets? They're very excellent things.
It's kangaroo.
Yeah. And then we a dogaroo, and then then you go back in time. And I think that solves every part of that problem, because the thing with Seth being in it and an exploding volcano, those are excellent ideas. But you need a dog in it, and you need not somebody named Hank.
All right, so wait, what is the dog's name?
I don't remember what the dog. Oh, well, there was a dog in this pilot, but I think the dog being like a star and not a human sounds great.
Yes,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, you always have to have a dog, but this dog is the star of everybody's life. Like, everybody who has a dog, that dog is the star of their life. When I walk down the street and I see a dog, it's like, oh shit, a dog.
Yeah.
You know, like that dog becomes the center of my universe. So having a dog be a main character.
Okay, but we still didn't give this hypothetical dog a name that's better than Hank. Any name better than Hank? Ready, set, go.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog the dog.
Hot dog the dog.
Hot dog. Okay, so it was Hank's handheld, and so we call this Hot Dog's cell phone. And there we go. We've upped this series.
This would be like a Black Mirror episode even, where like everyone has this app and you get to like go back in time, but there's these crazy butterfly effects, like just because I paid like 89 cents more on this app, like I get to like go fuck up someone's life or something, you know?
Oh shit. Yeah.
That'd be crazy. You could like follow like a bunch of teenage girls as they like go through their drama, and like you would never know exactly what's happening because it's like it would start out where like you watch this scene unfold, and then you like as it progresses, you see like these characters go back in time to create the first scene that you saw. Does that make sense?
Yes, it sounds like a scary dream, or like when I have a dream that I've already gotten up and done things. I had one like that. Okay, I'm not about to talk about my dream because it's boring, so I'll say it in like 5 seconds. Basically, I thought I woke up and maintenance people came into the apartment and they were trying to fix a bathroom. And I was annoyed because I was sleeping in my bed at the time. And then and I realized that it was a dream. And anyway, so then I repeated my life once I got up, except minus the maintenance people. Okay. It was much better that way.
Is you had a dream. You were like, oh my gosh, I had a dream about maintenance people working on my bathroom, and then I woke up, and then I went to the bathroom, and that's basically the exact same thing that I had just dreamed about.
Yeah, anyway, so it's kind of like your idea for a podcast.
Is your term going to the bathroom the same thing as you go in there, you unclog the sink? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, the plumber. Anyways, let's move on. New idea. Somebody pitch a new idea.
Okay, I have one, and it's kind of, since we're talking about how awesome dogs are, how kind of strange cats are. If we could get a show about a cat, but it has all the gravity of like The Handmaid's Tale, but it's just a cat who is looking at her world, and she thinks she's like a prisoner in some kind of like futuristic society. And so she has like a weird relationship with the people in the house, or like there's like an entire episode where they get a new couch and she doesn't trust it, and she has to like figure the couch out, and she has like this internal monologue always, and it's like she's just like using her eyes just like they do in The Handmaid's Tale.
It sounds like a pretty regular children's TV program.
No, except it's okay, so let's make it PG-13.
Okay, there we go.
I hate cats. Like, with a passion.
Well,
I think a lot of people feel strongly against them, too.
Yeah, this cat would not have to be liked. Maybe this is a cat that you want to hate, like Breaking Bad, or you hate the main character.
Okay.
And there's like a Jessie character.
Now we're starting to move in the right direction.
Okay, so
I feel like now that we've gotten to drug dealing cats, I feel like that there's a that's an untapped market.
Yes. So okay, so there's a cat we hate that drug deals, and then there's like a Jessie. What was his last name?
I don't know. You can just call him Jessie.
Anyway, it's because I'm thinking the last name of someone I know, and that's not it. Okay, so Jessie character who's a dog, and everyone likes it. And the cat keeps trying to take advantage of this dog who's just trying to go down the right path. And then the cat gets involved with some crazy shit and drug dealers, and there's deaths and revenge, and it all takes place in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. and does that all happen in the series pilot?
Yeah.
Okay, that all happens in the series pilot. Give me the storyline for the pilot TV show. Pilot show of this TV show that you're cooking up.
Okay. Pilot episode. Cat whose name is
Whiskers.
That's just so basic. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna go with it.
Fine.
So no. But that's the thing. She was named Whiskers and she hates it. But like her owners named her Whiskers against her will, right? But she thinks she's like,
Is that the opening dialogue in her head?
My
name is Whiskers. I'm sorry, that's not that's probably exactly what cats sound like on the inside.
Like they're just constantly hissing. No, she thinks she's named like Esmeralda or something way too pretentious. And she doesn't like where her life is going. She's bored, and she finds out that she's done the math on her life, and she finds out she has a year to live as a cat because she's getting old.
So this cat is fucking omniscient. Is what it is. It just knows everything.
Like, because if this is her like third life, then it doesn't matter. But if it's like her ninth life, then
yeah.
Ooh, there we go. That's even way better. A cat that discovers the fact that it had 3 previous lives, and it's going to, and then after this one, it's still gonna have 5 more, and those are the 6 seasons, right?
Wow.
Like it.
What
Like
if it has like some kind of ultimate like master plan throughout its 9 lives?
Yeah,
And
I like that.
it's trying to.
But it like forgets so much. Like it only remembers like snippets, so it has to like figure out how to
Yes.
like with next life messages or something.
Right.
And yeah, oh my god, that'd be so cool. And it looks like a different every life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So let's see. We zoom in on a cat that is living high end, right, in a
High-end
mansion.
cat.
Okay, it's about what, like one of those. I'm picturing the sassy cat from Aristocats. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one just like, a lady doesn't start fights.
Yeah.
You know that one? Yes.
She
Okay.
ends them.
She ends them. She ends them. Yeah, that's this cat, right? We zoom in on that kind of cat, and it's living its day. It's eating its wet food, because fancy cats eat wet food.
Fancy
right?
feast.
Fancy feast, all that good stuff, and it goes through, and we introduce the dog character, and we see the dichotomy and the kind of anger or distrust that they see with each other,
Right.
and then the cat looks outside and it's looking down on the other cats out there, and then bam, it gets a flashback of when it used to be a cat that lived on the streets, right? So then all of a sudden this cat's freaking out. It's like, oh my god, I used to be one of those people, but I'm living the high life now, and now I feel bad. Yeah, one of those kitties, and
Ugly
so it
tabbies.
has this internal conflict, and then right after that flashback scene, boom, end credits, fiend, and then it goes through the rest
Oh wait,
of
can
it.
this whole thing be in black and white?
Yeah, the whole thing's in black and white, and then episode 2 turns back into color.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
like,
who do we
okay,
hit up?
what about like every season? Like you have to figure out who the cat is, because like they look different. So like
Yeah.
like you could spend like a whole episode or 2 or even 3 season and try to figure out like which cat is the same cat, and like you see them different perspectives and like their different actions, and you find like, holy, like, oh my god, this cat is actually the like brown tabby or something.
Yeah.
The brown tabby from season 2.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish that cats, like, because in my mind, I'm like, the cat writes a signature on a piece of paper and you discover it's the cat all along. And I'm like, the cats can't hold pens.
No, this is a TV show. Cats can use stuff in
Okay.
TV shows.
So the cat journals, it takes up a pen. Dear
Look,
diary.
Like, don't get me wrong, Homeward Bound is just like an excellent movie,
Yeah.
right? And so is Air Bud and all that. But we don't need live animals being main characters. This is much better as a cartoon, in my opinion,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, well, because they're a little bit goofy. Also, we can't take away the sanctity of those movies and how awfully they were actually made, but how much we enjoyed them.
Yeah.
This has to be a new genre.
Didn't like that, like the animals didn't move their mouths in Homeward Bound. I never watched Air Bud,
You never,
but it bothered me.
Air Bud,
I love
yeah.
Chance
because, man.
and Sassy. I related to Sassy because I'm like,
That's it.
I don't know, like, what is it? Just 5-year-old me. Oh my god, this cat is like literally me and a cat in a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all the opinions I got. I think that the cat show could really get picked up. It could be like a good like late night show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could get, Adult Swim to pick that up, or a late night or what? Yeah, I'm guessing.
I'm wondering
And
like
make it
how.
make it a hard PG-13.
Yeah. So like.
It would like for sport or something like that.
Mhm.
You know, like it wouldn't eat the mice. It would kill them and carry it in its mouth. And like that's like evil. You know, like the mice
Right.
are like human. You know, they're like beings.
Killing for fun. I'm like wondering if after you watch the show, are you gonna be like, man, that was just so dramatic and heart wrenching, or like, what the fuck am I watching? This is a comedy kind of show, because it's so ridiculous.
Okay. All right, Seth, I'm real sad that you
That's
never
not-
watched Air Bud, but I have a very important question for you. If you were to remake
Yeah.
the Air Bud series and replace Air Bud with a different animal, what would that animal be? That is the question that I must propose to you.
I don't know.
What about you, Hannah?
Not a cat because I don't have cats. Maybe like a monkey. Oh no, it'd be something way crazier, like a horse or something.
There we
with,
go.
like, hoofs,
That's
no
what
hands.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That is
it's like it's Airbud 2, the sea biscuit.
The horse sleeps at the end of the bed with boy.
Yes,
with
with
the
boy.
boy, you know, Steven.
Yes.
is his
Alright.
name.
Hannah, what's your animal?
Porcupine.
That'd be really good.
Sport. It's a really good sport animal, you know.
Yeah, it runs around and it's like, yo, Porky, catch. And then they pass the ball and then
it sticks on sticks on him.
It does. Yes. Okay. Here's my
like a
idea.
robot.
I think it's foolproof. I think that time has shown that this kind of concept works perfectly. Picture this: you see a basketball field, the old asphalt jungle, right? You see that, and there are a bunch of golden retrievers playing basketball. They're bouncing it off each other's heads, and whatnot, and you keep seeing the basketball go through the hoop, but you don't actually see like a golden retriever dunk it or anything like that. It's all close-up shots because this is all bullshit, right? And then it zooms out and you just see these golden retrievers running around. But what do you see in the background? The bench, right? And who's sitting on that bench? More golden retrievers, right? There's like 2 or 3 to 5 golden retrievers. But who's that on the end of the bench looking really, really sad? LeBron James. And LeBron James is sitting there. Yes, we were both thinking the same thing, clearly. And LeBron James is sitting there on the field, on the bench. He looks really, really sad. And then the ball just rolls over to him as the game is ended, and all of the golden retrievers leave, and LeBron James reaches down, he picks up the ball, and then all of a sudden you watch him run towards the basket, and he jumps up there and he dunks it, and then you see a look of shock on all of the golden retriever's face. Boom, black fiend at the end. That's episode 1 of Air Bron is what we get to call it.
Humans playing sports. It's never been done before.
It's never been done before. This is a brand new idea. No human has ever played sports.
Who knew they could do it so well?
Nobody. Not the dogs. That's the thing.
What if you made like a series of TV shows that like humans were basically like they had the roles of like pets, and pets were like had the roles of humans? So like it'd be, I guess, it'd be real it'd be like a live action movie, but like CGI'd animals so that they're like humanoid, if that makes sense. Not the right word, humanoid. But so like a cat is like being a secretary, and you have this like crazy American bulldog lawyer or something like that, and like they go home and they let out of the kennel this like 3-year-old boy. I don't know. Like it's a pup. You know what I mean? Like, so like you build this series, and like this is years that can go by where like you just make regular shows like soaps or dramas, and like they're just animals, like animated animals, and then they're like human, such small trivial things that like they'll like jump on their lap or something like that. And then you come out with a TV show just like Air Bron, but it's like literally like a human. So it's just a regular TV show.
Right.
Like this human like succeeds at life in like this crazy world, and it is like mentioned in every single one of your own things about animals that start animals. And like you're doing your own promotion in your own TV show. And like for us, this is just like a regular, it's like Air Bud to them.
Right.
But it's
this has so many levels.
We're getting some Inception on this.
Yeah.
I think we combine our 2 ideas. The first half of the pilot episode is the Air Bron TV show, and then after a commercial break, you see as it zooms out away from the TV, and then it's 2 golden retrievers watching this movie with a baby in their lap because they're
petting the baby.
And there you go.
They have to be the same. They could be different. I'm just kidding. I'm just being progressive.
You're right.
They could be like
let's see.
Wait. Oh, and like different kinds of babies too.
Yes.
Since we're gonna be on progressive, so you have like, I have a.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the conversations that 2 dog families are having
about their like, breeds of humans.
Yes, this is my Asian.
Yeah, this is my. How nice and docile your little Asian pup is.
Yeah.
This is mine. Mine is she's really dumb. She's
a blonde.
She's an Irish. she's an Irish human with a low IQ, but a fantastic use of her hands and her thumbs. She's great. She gives me back massages. Oh wow, I wish them.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's just
And there are parrots probably
Like,
too,
different
and I don't know what else.
Yeah, I really think that like the animal TV shows could be cool. We're like really into
okay.
animal shows,
What
aren't
if
we?
I have another
Change it.
Inception idea about this animal show?
Okay.
What if there's a Planet Earth episode, but it's
It's just humans in the wild.
and it's animals narrating
Oh.
human activity.
Interactions. Oh, like in their houses and things like that. That's
Yeah.
a good one too.
Look
I like
at
that.
yeah, but
And so they're I don't know, they're making a to-do list.
Yeah.
This is doing its line.
yeah.
Notice how they get frustrated. When they have to pay.
What if
I don't
it's
know.
like their idea of what we're doing is just also completely wrong? Like, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, like this is the human brushing their fingernails so that they keep them nice and wet. So that,
Yes.
you know, humans love to have wet fingernails.
Yes.
So that if a human has dry fingernails, you should take their temperature because they might have contracted a virus.
Okay. Yeah. I like
Imagine
that.
dating, like following human dating from an animal's perspective. They would have no idea. They're like, they're so unpredictable, and they're doing so many different things. And
let us-
how do we know what are they trying
Let's
to
look
do?
up closely at these two these two humans within a bar. You notice as the male puffs up his chest and pretends to be cool. Like that's the kind of thing that
Forgot.
we do have
Yeah.
human like mating ritual behaviors.
But
now.
they would be wrong. So like it'd be like, and the female places her hand on the male's thigh to make sure that he has adequate muscles for all the jumping he will be doing.
Yeah, she's like testing, they're showing different signs of attraction. And so like, you know how you'll see the thing where like a bird, you've seen the Planet Earth,
Yeah.
right? Where like the bird is like spending time doing its, like building its nest
Making
and
their
stuff.
area look good.
Yeah, you see like a woman in the 80s just like furiously teasing her hair and like spraying hairspray or something. And like she's spending this time here and
Preparing her nest.
making sure that preparing her nest, like making sure
She's
she's
on her head.
attractive for her male.
Yeah.
And it was like comb, what's it called? Comb, like fingers or thing, the little things from a comb. They're just like stuck in her hair, and she's like furious.
It's beautiful.
So I have this idea that I kind of want to see if I could do, because I still have time left in school because I transferred and then I like added a minor. It's just a whole big mess. But I'd love to see like, student-run production Annie, but like all the orphans are like gay children, and like they were like, you could do some like social commentary, but like it's called Andy or something, and it's like this sad boy, like in I don't know, like a crop top and something, platinum hair, and he's singing "Maybe Far Away."
Yes. I love it. Andy would be excellent.
Well, they do so many like live musicals. Like, why don't we start making like adaptions and like spoofs on them on TV?
Right.
Like, it would make so many people would be so uncomfortable with like a gay Annie, though.
So many people would be uncomfortable with a gay anything, Seth.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Which is
I know.
unfortunate, but
But the right people would embrace a show called Andy, I
Okay.
think.
You know what's terrifying is, did you guys watch My Life as a Teenage
Yes.
Robot?
yeah.
Forgot about that.
She really was just in society. Like, she's a robot. She's like getting boyfriends and like fighting crime and stuff, but she's a robot, and people are like falling in love with her.
Well, she's
Yeah.
new.
It's like it hits too close to home now that we have like sex robot for sale and stuff
Right.
like that. Like, you just,
I guess I'm a little late to the party.
Well, like I would feel threatened by this girl too.
Don't get me wrong. There's something about a woman picking up buildings and beating up bad guys that is just inherently attractive. But I don't want to purely out of metal. Like I don't.
well, like if she's like missing a bolt or something, she'll just go careening off a cliff. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
she's just crazy. I can't do it. And then she had her like mom or something who like made her. And like, how indebted do you have to feel? Like, first off, a lot of times I feel indebted to my parents to begin with. But like, if my mom like literally made me from a pile of scrap metal, like my whole life is dedicated to her. Like that sucks.
Right. Yeah, because our parents just made us having some fun. Hopefully. Hopefully we should assume.
But like, hold on. Can we talk about the person that created my life? Jenny was her name, right? Is that the main character's name? Yeah. Jenny.
Yeah.
That Jenny's mom decided to create a robot that whose age was in the worst time of a child's life. Seriously, it's just like you couldn't give them fun time outside where you just run around and you scrape your knee, but it's really just metal, so it doesn't hurt at all. So her life is beautiful. And she gets nap time and cookies, and people drive her place, and she just fucking drops her off in the middle of puberty. Like, here you go, time to figure all that stuff out, Jenny. Good luck. You're in high school now with a robot AI processor, and you have to go through remedial algebra. Good luck.
I'm pretty sure she got a pimple in an episode. And I was like, first off, how? Second, this sucks. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
It can happen
on a date
to
with
anyone.
this boy.
It took...
Yeah. She went on a date with this boy. Like, she like put on his shoe, and he like freaked out about like his like, oh my gosh, like, don't scuff my shoe, you dumb robot, or something like that. And she was like, well, I'm just not gonna date you then. And I was like, okay, like obviously, like you have terrible taste in men. I don't know. It's just a bad show. Weird show, like looking back on it. Who knows?
It took me a long time to realize that those things on top of her head weren't her ears, but they were like pigtails.
Yeah, like, yeah. I liked those. They were cute on her.
says the man that realized
she had good
I
design.
could never be attracted to a robot, but man, those pigtails are so cute.
Yeah, she was just designed well, you know. The mom was like, eternal pigtails for this girl.
They can probably replace them for other metal headgear. I don't know.
Well, she's like stuck in adolescence. Like she's not gonna grow up, you know. Oh God, she's gonna like the Collins of the robot world. Like, you know, she's like a vampire or something, and like she can't age, so she's gonna have to like go to different high schools or something. But I guess she's out and about fighting crime anyway, so it doesn't matter. She's like in the world. It's just a weird TV show. I don't
imagine the episode in like season 27 when all of her friends are starting to die of old age and she still looks like she did in high school.
Oh my God.
And it just like all of a sudden hits you in the feels, and you're just like, this show is not supposed to be this way. But it's just like, goodbye, Jerry. And Jenny's just kind of like that. Well, that's what Jenny says, and then Jerry just kicks the bucket like it's nothing.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm gonna go.
All right,
into high school again.
Time to go buff this metal and wax it and look good.
Yeah, no, that'd suck.
It would, and that
would be an awful show.
But that makes for good TV, is what it does.
Good TV. We'd hate it.
Okay, so hear me out. We literally reverse it. It's the first human born in a long time, but everybody's made of metal. Some robot scientist finds an old embryo or something and starts to raise a human in the world of robots.
They grow a child.
And they're just like, here.
Oh my God.
But it only goes one episode because they feed it motor oil and then it dies. That's not true.
Okay, they're AI robots. They would know how to raise a baby. They create this like space for the baby to... Honestly, the baby would probably grow up to be like the most successful human being alive. They would just lack emotional, like any amount of emotional...
Right.
Well, you're saying if there's sentient AI, then the thing that makes an AI sentient is its awareness of feelings and things.
I don't know. I always get weird because I'm worried that like everything I'm doing is being recorded, and whenever they like eventually do take over, like they're gonna kill me if I say something bad about like a robot.
I mean, that's the big old debate in all of these movies and stuff that have to do with AI is that whether or not they're sentient knowledge of their own feelings, and if they're people and things like that, would that drive them to become more human and adopt human values in a world run by humans, or would they logically think of it as machines and then go, oh well, now we have to kill everybody, i.e. every post-apocalyptic robot world ever given in movies. But
well, yeah, I mean, emotions are weaknesses and they like drive inefficiency. Getting kind of deep.
But that would
Yeah.
be okay.
Well, like, what if? Okay, so y'all are talking about the genre of just weird science fiction. What if it's a comedy, and it's like one of those awful like sitcom types where it's like, kid walks into their living room of all robots. Also, I already hate this show, but I'm gonna go through with this anyway. So hear me out. They're like, "Hi, mom, home from school," and then like, yeah, right now. Laugh track after every sentence. Oh, how was your day today? Like, that's a robot mother.
And then there's more laughter in the
I
background.
hope she talks about it. At least make her sound like Siri or something.
Oh, how was your day today?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Brian? Oh, it was all right. I cut my finger. I needed a Band-Aid. Oh, I have never experienced that kind of sensation before. Laugh track. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
I am a robot. Laugh track.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. You've cracked the code. That's the only way to do it, right?
Do comedy.
You
Really
win.
bad comedy.
Or send to real bad. What are those shows called? I don't know. I'm just staring at Hannah, trying to figure out what
You just
going
mouthed the
on.
word.
Just I don't know.
He just mouthed the word fuck to me because he couldn't think of the word.
He's like,
Sitcom. That's the word. It's a sitcom. There's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
what do you call it? What's the title of this? Something to do with like being
My Life
the
as a
only
Teenage
human alive.
Robot.
Last standing. That's an actual TV
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
My
that's
life
why I'm
as a
saying that's what we
teenage
call it.
human.
My life as a teenage human.
My life
That'd be
as a
so.
teenage
You need
not
shock.
robot. I think it's what I was trying to go for earlier.
Well, I think like what we can get from this is we should never create TV shows. Like these are bad TV
Yeah,
shows.
and it's
I don't know. I was gonna audition to be the next Blue's Clues, but I didn't do that because I'm a piece of
I
crap,
think you would have
so-
been great as
Wow.
the next Steve on Blue Clues. This is Seth.
Yes, take note that Seth looks like the next Steve on Blue's Clues. I almost said Blue Coats, by the way.
I know.
Just throwing that out there.
No, they said they were gonna they said it was like an open audition. The videos are due like tomorrow, but I haven't like rehearsed or anything because life's gotten in the way and they like push things back. But they said like a Steve of any gender and any race like was permitted, and I was like, that sounds like fun. I'd be a great
Yeah,
Steve.
but okay.
But I
since they said that though, you know they're not looking for
For a white
a
male.
white cisgendered male.
Oh yeah, like, they're not gonna look
Yeah.
for me. I'd love to see like a I don't know, like a female Steve
Yeah.
or something. Just at the very
Mhm.
least, they'd have to change that.
Yeah,
I don't
Steve
know.
probably
Edit
wouldn't work.
anything you. I mean, I don't know. I gender neutral names like they're kind of cool.
Taylor.
Okay, so hear me out. It's a wedding planning show, all right? So there's a lot of those, right? But how do we make a wedding planning show better?
Enjoyable.
Yes,
to
and
watch
enjoyable.
for people, normal people.
Of course. Number one, first and foremost.
Smooth weddings. Like there's no problems. That's like a joke.
Yeah.
There's no drama whatsoever. It's like the Great British Baking Show meets wedding planning. Okay? And it's just like you see the scene. We can add this in here where it's just like, yeah, but I want to keep my own name, and the other person's like, all right, cool, and then they high five, and then and then that's that, and there you go. It's a let's say whoever's the host is not a cis white male, right? It can be
So like
just a normal human being that's
what
just
you're
not.
saying.
I'm just saying no on the white thing. Like as a white man, I'm tired of seeing white men in charge of everything. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. And then we add a bunch of dogs to it because we clearly really like dogs,
So
and that's what happens.
Dog weddings. Such a fun show.
Yeah.
Dog weddings. Is
I'm
there a
not
TV
gonna
show for
force
that?
two dogs that don't
Is there
love each other to
Yeah.
get married to each other. That's wrong.
That's true. Like we don't know like
don't.
how they feel. They can't express their feelings to us, so it's just
Ooh,
not right.
A show where it's like a
What
wedding
about,
show,
like,
but dog.
dogs?
It's humans finding the right,
Right
dog,
dog.
for them.
Right. And so it's like they take into account all these different factors, like the way the person looks, because that's a factor. Let's just say that is.
What
and then
kind
like
of dog you want?
interests. It's like a dating show, but not for dating for
But it's for owning a dog.
acquiring a dog.
And they only look at shelter dogs because breeding facilities are bad.
Oh, it'd be so awesome. You could do this, and like this could honestly, you would have no trouble getting to put on a show like this. You could just put it on like YouTube or something. I'm sure it's already out there where someone's like, well, like we're at our local like shelter, and it's like a shout out to the shelter.
Right.
That'd be so great. I'd love to do a game show though, where like it's like a blind thing, and like, and now the dog, like, what do you have to say to this?
There we go. We just create our own TV channel. Maybe Oprah will pick it up, and we'll be able to put it on the O Network.
And it's like, okay, it's like ridiculous. Like, hear me out. So, like, yeah, they have the mic and they're like, all right, human, what is your favorite food? Human says,
asparagus.
all right, dog, what's your favorite food? Wow, it looks like we have a match. They both said asparagus because we speak dog here in Dogtown.
All right, describe your perfect, your ideal dog date. And then the person is like, well, first, I give the dog a treat. And then the dog whacks its tail crazy. And then we go on a walk. So, and then we get belly rubs. And then it's just like, it just pops up. And you're like,
Right.
oh, it looks like we have a match, folks.
Yeah.
And it just goes on from there.
Yeah.
So are the humans getting cuter of the dogs?
What?
Like, there's a human and 3 dogs, right? Or is that what we're doing? Or is it like 3 humans and 1 dog?
I think it varies by the week.
What if it starts like The Bachelor?
Yeah, and it's one human with 20
Oh.
dogs, and then it goes the other way around.
But also
It's one dog with 20
Yeah.
humans competing for the dog's love. I think that's even better.
That's even better.
That's
yeah.
way better.
that would get so, I would pay to see that. Like, I would subscribe to like a streaming provider, like, just to watch that
okay,
TV
and
show.
so hear me out. So like a person has to impress the dog with how much he loves or she loves this dog. Like,
Yes.
if you choose me, I will give you all the greatest organic tasty treats from our local vendors, and like dog has to react, and then we're narrowing down people.
It's like, clearly, I don't know, give me a good dog name. Seth. Doesn't
Seth.
like Seth the dog.
Spike.
Clearly, Seth the dog does not enjoy organic snacks, but would rather have them be highly processed. And then eventually it's like, well, human Seth is now going to pitch their idea for a walking date. And you see how the dog reacts
It's
to
just
that, too.
I would love to see like human and dog sitting in a gazebo in the sunset, just like enjoying like a glass of wine and a glass of, I don't know, meat juice and whatever it is dogs are into.
And we call it the Dogchalor. It's the Dogchalor. And then the Dogchalorette eventually.
Dogchalorette.
The Dogchalorette.
You could call it like the Dogchalor, but it's spelled dog shelter. like everyone pronounces it like Dogchalor.
Also,
like
I don't
that.
think there needs to be a dog chiller and dog chillerette because it would be like the same thing. Boy or girl, dog or human. It just.
Well, I guess what would happen is like whoever loses. So you get alternations, like it's like humans pining over a dog, and then like dogs, like, and then like someone picking out a dog. I guess someone is choosing a dog because we can't let, like, how's this dog going to choose a human? But
I think that's part of the comedy of it all. It's just that at the very end there's 20. It's just like, it seems like whoever the dog doesn't want to spend all of its time with that day has to go home. And at the very
The
end
dog
there's
is
like 2 of them, and it's whoever the dog.
not a
and then
joke.
the dog is like in between them, and it has
Yeah,
to choose a side.
Choose a side, and you just two
So
dudes
dramatic.
just like, come here, come here,
Yeah.
come here. And then the dog chooses a person,
gosh,
and that's that.
come here, say mama, say dada.
That's right.
Oh my god, he loves me. I got you a puppuccino. I got you a spoon of peanut butter. And the dog's like, I don't know which
And
one
then
to
the dog
get.
gets the peanut butter, clearly, because that's the better comedic effect. And then it just does that like circle thing in with the dog just trying to get the peanut butter off the roof of its mouth.
This is the most spoiled
Yeah.
dog.
That's beautiful.
Like, this this dog is like living its best life. Like I wish I
And
was
then
this
it
dog,
has to go home with one
right?
person and one person only.
I know, and then it lives like the crappiest life
Well,
ever after this because it's like used to this life of
it's not the
grandeur and like
crappiest life
luxury.
ever. It's just less.
It's just
Yeah,
average
I
life.
mean that. But for a dog, are you kidding me? If I were to be reincarnated as an animal, it would be a pet dog, for a nice
Yeah, it would be a golden
family in the
retriever for
suburbs
like
is
a
what it would
white
be.
American family. Yeah, that was a meme where it was like for a long time it was like I wish I could be this golden retriever, and it was like a golden retriever like smiling and wagging its tail in the middle of a backyard with a white like suburban family, and I was like, honestly, me too. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to study for this test. I just want to be this golden retriever. Uh,
That's relatable.
yeah. If you could be if you could be like reincarnated as an animal, what animal would you guys be?
It might be nice to be just like a whale and be alone all the time and eat, and that's all I ever do.
That'd be cool. I would be a whale. I'd be a killer whale.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
would be
sure.
one killer whale, Seth. That is what I
I
have to say to you. You'd be so good at it.
I like a sea lion.
But like, I don't want to be an animal.
It'd be fun.
I want to be at the top,
Right.
like wherever, like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not about to be like a prairie dog or something. You know,
Yeah.
Aubrey, what about
I
you?
would be a bear.
You'd
They're
be a
all-
they're
koala
all
bear.
like-
I'd be a
None of them are
koala
really
bear. You're damn right. I'd be a koala bear. I'd eat eucalyptus all day because it does the same thing as alcohol does to our body. So I'd be a perpetually drunk koala bear hanging out in the trees all day, not caring about anything in the world.
No, koalas are dumb.
Koalas are one. They're
First off-
marsupials. They're not bears.
Cool.
First off, I'm pretty sure like there's an insane like number of koalas that have chlamydia,
That
and I'm
sounds
pretty
like-
sure that
Look.
culture, there's rampant rape in the koala like species, and eucalyptus has like no like nutritional value, and like they're just the dumbest animals ever, and they eat the stupidest plant ever, and they rape each other, and they
I
all
think,
have chlamydia.
did you used to
Like,
like
that's what
be a
you want.
koala? Like you know this lifestyle very well. I'm pretty sure Seth is angry because
All
he
right,
used to be one,
here's
and he
an
knows
adult-
a lot of koalas.
Hear me out. An Adult Swim series purely about koalas. That would fit perfectly with their
So
MO.
Ron,
Is what it would.
I like it. It'd be
Yes.
crazy.
Yes, it would.
I
Okay,
don't know.
maybe we lower the
I
rate
know all this-
amount by all the way to 0, but other than that, it could be all koalas.
Well, koalas are they're just dumb. I don't like koalas. Sorry.
No,
It's
it's,
okay.
okay.
One thinks they're
We're
cute.
cueing our outro music.
Well,
And-
no, stop. Thank you, everybody. That is all we have time for today. We hope you enjoyed our ideas. Well, we didn't name them all, but My Life as a Teenage Not Robot, Bron, what is the Dogchalorette,
The Dogchalorette,
and
yeah.
whatnot. Oh, and we're gonna talk to you next week. And there's the outro music right there.
That's the outro. No,
Right there.
the outro music needs to start before, so
Okay.
it like cuts us off and gets louder. You know what I'm talking
You're
about?
right. Yes, I do know. what you're
So
talking about.
what we do is start the outro music
called
like
a
where I
fade in.
said, and then you hear this entire conversation up to this point. We started real soft, and it just keeps going, and people are gonna know that we're idiots and we don't know what we're doing yet, but it's okay. And